I hope she's in the sequel to a movie that we saw recently. She'd make like a great like if she was like the movie I'm talking about is Megan.
Yeah.
It'd be great if she was like the grandparent or something like that. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
It might be a little, I don't know, maybe
Or like the neighbor in the next one.
yeah, I could see the neighbor. I feel like they still need to keep like a dark tone to it,
They
like
need to get somebody serious.
yeah. I hope girl still stays in it, you know what I mean? I hope she's still a part of it.
Now that you've sat on Megan for a little bit, what are your thoughts on it?
Megan is like not only like the one thing I keep thinking about Megan is like every time I see like a sponsored tweet of theirs, I'm just like they're fucking brilliant. Like they're too good. Like they're like marketing this movie like they knocked it out of the park. You know what I mean? Like it's too well. I don't know.
I agree. The whole thing has been brilliantly marketed. I was saying it before, like that one dance moment in the trailer, I think like really made this movie.
But not only that, but the way it comes in the movie is like even better than you would ever imagine.
Yeah, the movie definitely surprised me. I mean, like it is like a child of child's play in a lot of ways, but I think like it hits on some themes really well, like our desire to like replace like the pains of like connecting with people with technology and realizing like the downfalls of like sort of social media in a way, or just like how we can not connect with people through using technology to make connection easier. I don't know.
Even the AI version of Child's Play doesn't really attack that at all. Like, you know what I mean? It's not really about parenting at all. And this one is like exclusively about parenting and about like I don't know.
And like what it means to take care of somebody.
Yeah.
And like be there for them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even the other AI like kind of like the other Child's Play one kind of like does that well as far as like okay, you get the point of the doll because it is kind of like being a friend. But this one it's like, man, that scene that it's just so crazy like the fucking study, the study that they were doing to sell Megan to the board.
Yeah.
And it just goes completely awry and the girl's like crying cuz she lost her parents and then Megan just comes through and
yeah. Even like the effect Megan had on the child was interesting in the sense that like its duty was kind of a wholesome thing, like like protect and love this child, but it like the result of it, like having only that objective, like resulted in a child that like was like emotionally like unregulated. You know what I mean? Like when they tried to take Megan away, she was freaking out.
Yeah. Well, that is that thing of just like, there is a sense of like, it seems really good at first of just like, okay, this is like something that can fulfill like duties that parents can't always be there for. Like I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like a parent can't watch constantly and it be healthy. You know what I mean? But then it's like a robot can't do that as well and it be healthy. And
and like
kids need to learn how to like live on their own a little bit, and there's little ways that happens when they're young too, of just like learning to deal with things. Learning how to learn how to ask for help too. Like I don't know. I feel like that's a big thing.
And like to be interacting with people of your own like ability and intelligence, because like Megan's on a different level.
Yeah.
Versus like when you're like with another kid and the kid doesn't have it figured out either, and you both don't have it figured out. That's I don't know.
But where there's definitely like a even like towards the end it like comes out like how much Megan would manipulate her. You know what I mean? Like just for her own safety, kind of at the end of it. It's like, what was her real plan of how to, she was gonna kill the mom? Like.
Yeah, or like keep the mom as like a slave essentially.
Yeah.
It was crazy, and like like with all of this heady themes going on too, it was just like a really funny, fun, kind of scary, like movie. I don't know. It was just a fun movie.
All right, wait. Weird question. Do you think like an AI could actually like wouldn't an AI have enough information to know how impossible it would be to keep a human slave for like a child's life?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like wouldn't they be able to like pull that data of like, okay, this is gonna be physically hard. Like there's no way. Like even just psychological. Like you can't keep a slave for 10 years and make them go fill out paperwork to keep the kid in school.
It could just be like one of those things where it's like I'm gonna test out this theory I have until it goes wrong, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
learn from that.
true.
You know
Yeah,
what
I
I
think
mean?
that is part of her model too, is to be ever learning and
Yeah, because she was like, I gotta get rid of this. Now I gotta get rid of this. Now I gotta get rid of all of this.
yeah,
But yeah, I thought it was fun and interesting, and it was cool to see like a movie theater packed in January
for
for
that.
an original IP.
Yeah, yeah,
You-
definitely.
And like they did a great job marketing it. Like you were saying, like they kind of took the internet reacted to the trailer and they like took that reaction and were like, this is our brand now.
Yeah,
Like
and
these are our fans. Like let's give into that.
literally just like the sponsored tweet I saw, it just said "Watch me again," all lowercase M3 as me, and I'm like, it's just so simple. It's
Yep.
just so like amazing. Like this is just how the internet is. You know what I mean? And yes, this is a sponsored ad. Like most people who like spend their time like physically avoid like ads. You know what I mean? Like it's you kind of block them out of your brain when you're scrolling. But
Yeah, you
but
like
I
see
saw
it and you
that and
know
I
it's
was
an
like
ad.
I was like this is I'm like this is like kind of like art. It's like it was definitely thought about, but it's also like it takes a certain person to be able to like actually convince someone to just tweet "Watch me again," and that's it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like
And feel like it just fits in your timeline.
yeah,
They also had a great, like the internet promoted that movie on its own too.
yeah,
And I was happy for it. It was one of those moments I was like, man, movies are alive. It's just that I think a lot of times people don't want to adapt to like or like figure out how they fit into the internet. If that
yeah,
makes sense. And like sometimes they try to like make branding that feels so forced and like a year behind where the internet is or like 2 years. I don't know if that makes sense.
no, definitely,
Outside of the other category of movie advertising is like the exact opposite, where it's like we're gonna prey on your like nostalgia and your love of these characters, and get you hyped for like
yeah,
crossovers and stuff like that, which like works in some ways, but like it was cool that it was like this is like an original movie, and I didn't see Smile when it came out, but it felt like that same thing happened with Smile.
yeah, yeah. I mean, horror has been lucking out in that aspect. You know what I mean? Even outside of A24 type shit. You know what I mean? Because A24 is obviously the one that's been doing just the cool original shit for a while, but like. Yeah, it seems like every major studio is just still following like the same guidelines they had like 15 years ago.